want to talk a little bit about the vision that the Cheyenne River Veterans Association does have with the memorial that is in progress right now. And it all came about, the reason why I became more involved, although I'm part of the Cheyenne River Veterans Association, I haven't had an active part, but at a recent Labor Day weekend powwow, I did talk to the veterans group, and they showed me the memorial, they showed me the vision, their dream of what they wanted to put together, and I wanted to be a part of that and see what I could do to help it, you know, whether it be just helping get a website started or see if I can possibly get some donations together. So right now we're going to share a little bit more with you what it is and how it came about and what we would like for it to become.
When the first, how it is all started out was when our veterans group was an escort for the memorial motorcycle ride from Standing Rock all the way down to Wounded Knee, but we stopped off overnight at Cheyenne River, and then we host them and we shared the big flag together and share stories together. And that's how it all started, because the lady that was in charge of tourism at that time worked under the Game Fishing Park. And the Game Fishing Park director enjoyed it so much, and he watched us work so much, so hard to get this thing done. He stepped in and he talked about a park, but we never took him serious because he thought it was just rambling on. And then about a year ago or so, he said, "Well, about this park," he gave us a vision of a park, and a dream, and what he likes to have. That's how it all started. And the gentleman in charge of Game Fishing Park, his name is Dennis Russo. He's a Vietnam veteran himself. And he noticed that there's a lot of veterans on our reservation. A lot of veterans that are unrecognized or was never always the unsung hero. And he noticed that we have some well-decorated veterans on our reservation. And he wanted to do something. So we got together and we even had the architect and all these other people show us what this would look like. So we picked it up and we started running with it. We travel all over the United States hoping that we give something to somebody that will say they will give and help with us with money. It's easier said than done. Yeah, sure, we'll help you, but it never actually happened. It's easier said than done. So maybe this year, maybe somebody will actually give us something, help us, because Memorial Motorcycle Ride originated back about 4 or 5 years ago. Now the motorcycle ride is up to over 300 motorcycle riders on that day, and that's who all chipped in and gave us money last year, 690. I think the other's going to come back in again today, but I'm not too sure when it's going to take place. So I think Robert can inform us on the rest of the business part.
My name is Robert Dunsmore again. I'm a Tribal Veteran Service Officer for Cheyenne River City Tribe. We got involved with this park a little over a year ago, and different designs were kicked around and everything. We finally decided on the design. We have a committee. We started out with 5 acres. We approached the council and tried to kind of back us on an idea. And at the end we ended up with 18 acres, which is a good start. And the design of this park came about was there's no real memorial for the Indian veterans, and Warrior Society goes all the way back to the beginning of time. So what we were looking at was to start back from the battles, the Indian Wars, all the way up till today. And so the design itself came up was to make a design to represent the Indian culture and the veterans. So that's why you're looking at a medicine wheel, the 4 directions, and the feathers represent the warriors. One feather is a red-tailed hawk feather, one feather is an eagle feather. And the Warrior Society, Crazy Horse, only wore a red-tailed hawk Mountain, we approached them, they're willing to donate all the boulders for the names, for the different markers and everything. This is something we came up with, was try to keep it as original as we can. Make it a unique park, a one-of-a-kind park for the Indian veterans. And it's been a long time coming. It's, you know, like I said, it's something special that we're looking into. It's an interest that we took into consideration of what we're trying to do. It was, I don't know, it was an idea that started about 2 years ago, and started pushing it around, and within this last year it's starting to show reality or whatever. Funding's always an issue, so that's one thing we're always looking for. Cost estimates on it right now, we're looking at probably, I think they said, right around $1 million. We have approached some of the casino tribes for donations. We were promised donations from there. We've put in for some grants from the art endowments. We haven't heard back on them yet. And there was a few other parks and recreation grants that we applied for. So hopefully within another year or so, we should be able to see something come out of all this vision that we're foreseeing for the veterans.